Hello friends, welcome back to the Gaming Pantry. Once again, this is the Retro Bear speaking to you as recorded. Yes, I am a recording, I'm not real. And we're here once again to bring you a delightful pickups video. Well, and some gifts and some stuff I found while I've been sorting things out. Hope you're all well, welcome back. We've got on the Xbox in the background Terminator Dawn of Fate, because I can't get the emulator working for some reason. I don't know, just have a bit of a paddy whack on that one. But it was the easiest game I could find for the Xbox without pulling everything down. Unfortunately, you can't see it at the moment anyway, because I've just stuck that in front of it. But that's about all it does. So it gives you an idea what it is anyway. I'm not sure if it counts a PlayStation 2 or not. I have a quick turn around, and no, I can't see it did. We may have done, but I haven't got it anyway. But that's not really important right now, is it? It's just what sort of fun we're having today with this. Pickups and some gifts and some stuff, random stuff I found, including this rather exciting headgear, which I appear to have acquired from somewhere. It's actually Mrs. Bear's reindeer hat. It's got floppy ears on the side. There we go. That's more like it, isn't it? There you go. It's actually a shower cap. You may have worked that one out already. If she ever tells you she hasn't got one, she obviously has, because I'm wearing it here. There we go. Now we found it because we're doing some renovating and we found it, so I will take it off because it's bloody hot. I tell you, woohoo! That's messed my hair up, hasn't it? Messed my hair up. If I care so much about my appearance as that, but there you go. Reindeer hat. I like it actually. I was tempted to keep it on for the entire video, but it's very warm in here, so. No, I'll wear that later, possibly in bed. Anyway, in the meantime, yes, nice to have you back with me once again. It is your pleasure to be here. Once said a politician who doesn't politic anymore. Right, it's a strange start, didn't we? Yes, so what have we got? I've met some YouTube people again, and I've found some stuff, and I've got some things that I've picked up this weekend on another YouTube meeting people type event. It's all rather good, isn't it? I like it, quite good this. But it's been the first time I've been out for a few weeks, so I'm quite looking forward to sharing this with you. And a couple of interesting things. People ask me about the King of the Community. When's the next King of the Community video coming? It will be coming possibly next week or the week after. I've just been inundated with Desert Island games, which I've been doing at the moment. New episode every Saturday morning at 8 o'clock. Thank you for those of you who've been listening. And also got the podcast every other Sunday at 8 o'clock. And also Wrestle Talk every other Tuesday at 8 o'clock. It's a busy schedule. And I was richly humiliated on the Retro Gamer quiz last week as well, which was, I'm sure most have had a good chuckle at that one. I did afterwards. I didn't find it very funny at the time, but I had a good laugh afterwards. Congratulations to the brain of Britain, that is Sega Zombie. I think he's going to go on for years and years within that quiz. So anyway, that was good fun. So I thought I'd do one of these, but I haven't got an awful lot. Well, I've got a bit to show you. I haven't got a huge amount. I mentioned renovating. You may sort of notice I've got still got piles around the back. You can see the tin. There's like a biscuit tin there or something. There's a biscuit tin on the arm, yeah. But at the moment, so a few of you know I've sort of decided to knock through. I'm not knocking through. I've gone into the other room. And we are now probably about 80% clear. A lot of it's had to go into storage, which is costing me money, that's why I need to get this sorted out very, very quickly. But we've got to strip the wallpaper off the walls, skim the walls, polyfill them, repaint the walls, which is what we're going to do. Then we're going to have to look at possibly changing the carpet, because the carpet's been down there for donkey's years. It really has been. It's horrendously long time for that carpet to be down, and it won't match the colour of the paint anyway. So that'll probably have to be changed, and then I can think about getting the units in down the one wall. I've shown people anyway. I'll probably do a quick video on this just to update, and then once that's done, I can then start getting the stuff out of storage, and then I can start filling the shelves however I want to do. But we are reaching a point in time. And it's been coming for quite some time, but we are reaching a point in time, because once that is done, that is it. There is no more space anywhere else. The great warding off of July the 23rd. That is it. So if I get to that point and there is nothing else left space-wise for me to fill, then that's going to be quite an interesting thing to happen, because I will either have to stop collecting, or I'm going to have to move a collection on to create some space to carry on collecting. That's a film, isn't it? Carry on collecting. So I don't know. It's going to be an interesting couple of months, but I have a week off at the start of September, which is the week of the Birmingham gaming market. Fingers crossed that will still be on by the time we get there. And that comes at the end of that week, so I may be spending most of that week sorting out where things need to go. Could be an interesting thing. I haven't, honestly, I've rented a 5x5 unit, smallest unit I can find, and it's probably about 3/4 full to eye level of not just gaming stuff. There's other stuff we've had to take out of that room because we've got nowhere else to put it. There's a lot of stuff will have to go into the loft. Some of it's already gone to the tip, some of it's already been donated to charity, and once that's done, whatever's left over that's no good will also be thrown out as well. So it's a bit of a decluttering exercise at the same time. But yeah, we may be reaching an interesting new chapter in the history of the gaming pantry upcoming. Yeah, digest that for a bit. Thank you to everybody who's, by the way, suggested units, storage things for me to have a look at. I have considered all the options. I haven't made a decision yet. I'm trying to work out how much space I'm actually going to have, which is probably going to be about 3/4 of a wall and an alcove to the ceiling. So, but then again, I've got a lot of box stuff that's in big boxes, or just big boxes in general, you know, Amigas, STs, Commodore 64s, which are going to have to go somewhere. Because the idea is that bedroom is still going to remain a bedroom. It's going to be 1/3 my remaining game collection, 1/3 television and wardrobe, etc., for people who may stay over, and obviously there's the bed in the middle of the room. Doesn't leave an awful lot of room for anything else. I did take a photo. I've got quite a fantastic television from work as well. Not a old CRT, but a really nice unit for free. Can't believe it. I did take a photograph of it. I deleted the photograph yesterday. I was going through my phone deleting stuff and deleted the photograph of it, because I would have put a photograph up of that. Because it's a really nice unit, and of course where they stored it at work now, it's impossible for me to take a photograph of it. Hopefully they'll hold on to it for me another 6 weeks or so, but yeah, that's going to come in there, and that's going to look really good. So yeah, lots of plans. Nothing. We're about, you know, I would say, where are we about? I don't know, maybe 1/4 of the way along, 25% along the way. We've got a lot of way to go yet. The painting shouldn't take too long. It's going to be the filling the walls out and skimming them. That's going to be the difficult bit, because I think as my dad said when I told him that, he said, "Oh yeah, just make sure you got some poly further on." I thought, what am I going to find under these walls? I have absolutely no idea. Anyway, enough about that. Let's move on to something else. I did find while I was renovating, or clearing stuff out, I found this, which is quite strange to me. Game Boy game, which is the Pokemon trading card game. Now I thought I'd lost that. I thought I'd ended up throwing it away. I've also got the box as well, except the box is a bit flat. It's sitting underneath something. So I'm going to obviously have to refer to some way of putting that back together. There's no manual with it, sadly, but I know this game goes for about, I think it sells for about 20 quid, 25, no 30 quid I think it sells for. I'll get maybe 20 quid for it. Am I going to keep it or not? I don't know. I haven't really decided. I can't remember where it came from, but I thought I'd thrown it away. Game Boy Color game, I thought I'd thrown it away, but I hadn't. So we found that, which was great. Really nice to find that, because I thought it had gone. And what else? Oh yeah, Mrs. Bear found this, and she said, "You haven't shown this on your channel yet." And I seem to remember she did. I'm not going to remember if I've shown it or not. She did buy this ages ago and repaired it, and it's a quick shot joypad. That's quite an unusual thing to find, because it was joysticks back in our day, and Quickshot were obviously a big manufacturer of joysticks. So I believe I have tried this with one of my Commodore 64 runs, but I couldn't quite get on with it. It didn't quite feel right. But yeah, so that was, believe it or not, that was a different shade of yellow when we got it. So she had done a bit of retro brighting on that. It hadn't come out too bad, actually. In fact, it's not come out too bad. I thought it's come out pretty well. But I don't know how well these things play. So I might have to give that one another go properly. So I haven't shown that off as well. That's good. I've also found this as well, which imagine the things you find. Colin Baker's signed photograph, which Mrs. Bear's brother got for me ages ago. With pleasure, it's signed. I'm not sure who he signed it for, but he bought it off the internet. It's obviously not this. It's obviously been sitting in some sort of cupboard somewhere. Hopefully, I'm trying to find where I might, because I've got some Tom Baker signed stuff as well, and Elizabeth Sladen signed stuff. If you're a Doctor Who fan, you'll know what I'm talking about. But that's his home at the moment. He sits there and find somewhere to put him. It's amazing the things you find. I found so much crap. I thought I got rid of ages ago. I still got it. It's amazing what you find. Right, so let's get on with the juicy stuff. Where was it? Oh, last Thursday, 5th of August, a few YouTubers came down to go to Nick's at Vintage Gamer. Who do we came up from all parts of the country? Who do we have? There'll be some sort of photograph here if I remember. If I do that, I remember to put the thing in. Took 2 or 3 photographs while I was there. There was Retro Ram 88, that's Liam. Corbana, Jim. Big Game Al, obviously. Rollercore, Eddie was there. Who else was there? Ink Northerner, Paul. Callum, Retro Ghetto Callum, which I've not met him before. And also Dainster was there as well, because we were in the area and he obviously got wind that would be popping in, so they were all in at Nick's. I was at work that day, so I couldn't join them for the whole day. I think Al and Jim had done their pickups for that day anyway, so go across and see what they picked up. They were spending huge amounts of money as usual, but it's nice to pop in for 40 minutes, so meet Liam and Callum for the first time, and Jim as well. I met Jim before. Nice to see Paul and Eddie and Al and Dane again. And then they went off and did some other stuff. I then went back to work. Didn't buy anything. So that was the photographs. It was fantastic to see the guys turn up in their Retro Bear t-shirts. Well, not all of them. 3 out of the 5, 3 out of the 7 actually turned up in Retro Bear t-shirts. Well, 3 out of 5 because 2 of them haven't got Retro Bear t-shirts. But it was just nice to see people wear them. So I've heard stories of Cooper's World War is round the south coast, and Scott Sega Zombie War is the London gaming market. It's just nice that people are wearing them out and about. I wear them out and about. I've got a reason for doing so. It's my name on the shirt, but it's great that people just do it. And I had an inkling they might do, but it was just nice to see it. So thank you very much for that, guys. That was good to see. But nice to meet everybody again. Now, while I was there, Big Game Al said he got a few bits for me, which I wasn't expecting at all. I haven't got one thing because I've left it down. Mrs. Bears had looked at it. He bought me a original Xbox wireless controller, which had seen better days, which he did tell me. I think it had sort of a massive battery leak, but a wireless Xbox controller, which is very, very unusual. So he's donated that to Mrs. Bear and see if she can get it going again. And if she can get it going, I might buy it off her, or she might sell it. I don't know. But thank you for that, Al. That's very generous of you. And it came in a box and everything. So it's a third-party one. But wasn't remember that there was a wireless controller for the Xbox original. But anyway, but he bought me some other stuff. So I don't imagine they're clearing out. But these are all great things. I can use everything here, which is fantastic. I've already got plans for some of it. So he's first of all bought me a console carry bag for the Wii, which is great because I do have 2 loose Wii's and some controllers, so I can certainly use that for one of them. That'll help me a little bit. So thank you for that, Al. That was great. Like having those things. I mean, again, I thought I had a PlayStation. Ages ago, I bought a PlayStation 1 bag at a car boot with a PlayStation in it, and I thought I'd lost it, and we found it in one of the wardrobes at the back, under a load of stuff. I thought, yes, things I found I thought I'd got rid of and lost, and it's been amazing. Then what's he given me here? This one, this is fantastic. This is a wired GameCube controller. It's been a while since I've done one of these. A GameCube controller for the Wii, so a wired one, a classic one. I presume I could use this with the original GameCube, I'm guessing. I'm just saying that. GameCube compatibility. Vibration controller as well. So this third is a Venom one, but that's really nice looking as well. So that's great, and it's still sealed as well. Sealed. Ooh. Lovely. Yeah, so that's great. I shall See how we get on with that one. I've got 2 of these now. That's what they say, the classic controllers anyway. That's the 3rd one I got. I'll show you that one in a minute because that was given to me. Oh, he also bought me this as well, which is a Wii condom. But it's also a nunchuck condom as well, which I usually you see those, but I don't see those so often. And a rather fetching fuchsia, so thank you for that. This is my colour, it goes in my eyes. Yeah, so that's good. They're coming 4 different flavours, which is different. 5 actually: white, blue, black, red, and dusky pink, maybe. So that's I think I've got maybe 1 Wii control protector, but I'm not at the stage where I start dropping stuff yet, so hopefully I won't need that for a little bit and keep going. And he's bought me this as well, which to be honest with you, I've looked at this for quite some time and I've always wanted to get one, but I've never picked one up. So this is absolutely fantastic to have this. This is Real World Golf on the PlayStation 2, and it's for use with the game track device. So in here you've got the mini golf club in the game. I think you've got the mini golf club in the game. It's got polystyrene insert. So you've got the mini golf club in there. There we go. Show you that. That's the mini golf club. It is mini. And there's a copy of the game in there. Because, I mean, you see the game everywhere, but it's not often you see, massively often. I'm not saying this is mega rare or anything. It's in case Metal Jesus is watching and he thinks he's found something which is worth doing. It's also the French version as well, which I've just realised. Do you know that? Oh, that was French. It's all in French. Le jeu de golf révolutionnaire où vous utilisez un vrai club pour frapper la balle. Yep, which I think it translates means as hit the ball in the hole as quickly as you can. So I've got that, but he's also, I remember I've got the microphone to the touch, which is great, so I can bend down, pick something. He's also got me that, which is the game track unit, which weighs an absolute bloody ton. Good grief, that is heavy. So this is the English version, I'm guessing. My God, I didn't realise how heavy this was, Al. This is absolutely ridiculously heavy. It's got all the warranty cards and everything with it as well. It's actually the first time I've opened it. I didn't even open it when I got it, which is really, really remiss of me. Which is the best way out? I don't know. Well, does that come off? God, dear me. I think he must have bought a job lot of these or something. And there's a bit of the golf club. And there's the other bit of the golf club. And there's all sorts of wires. There's the unit itself. Has it got a copy of the game in it? I don't know. I don't think it has. I don't think it has a copy of the game. I think it just has the unit. The unit and that, and get it all back in again. But yeah, I mean, that's again, you don't see that as a set quite that often. Oh, it's been a year since I've been to a car boot because they're just everywhere. Oh, it's even got some track gloves as well. It's got some gloves. I always have to wear gloves when I play golf. Most people wear one, I wear 2. I think it's because how I hold the golf club. Because I remember when I first started playing, I used to get terrible blisters on my thumbs. So I have to sort of wear, I have to wear gloves, and it takes the strain off it so much now. I don't know what it is, but yeah. So yeah, that's great. So, I'll drop that. That was really good of Al. Thank you very much indeed, my friend. And that's just so much nice stuff. I'm thrilled with that. Absolutely thrilled to get that. And then Eddie was there as well, and Eddie puts a bag of stuff on the floor and says, anybody wants anything to help yourself. So I just quickly, I didn't want to take anything because I thought I've not bought anything for anybody. I'm just turned up here because I work 10 minutes down the road, so I'm hoping that everybody would, just be nice to see everybody. And then he puts it down. I thought, I won't have anything out there. And then I can't remember, Dane was rummaging through the bag, and all of a sudden he turned over a copy of this game, and I was like, ooh. And then he picks it up. And he starts looking at it. I said, you bastard. I said, I wanted that. And he said, there you go. So he gave it to me, and then somebody else went, oh, I wanted that as well. I think it was Paul. He ignored them. He said, so I was just about to buy that inside. And I was like, ha. Sorry. So I picked up, via Dainster, with the steel from Ink Northerner on the PlayStation 2 Capcom Classics Collection, which I have been actively looking for quite some time. And I've now found that there's a second one as well. And I did say to Eddie at the time, I said, what's wrong with it? He said, nothing, it's a double. So that wasn't me being flippant, Ed. I didn't mean that. I was just like, didn't mean to say what's wrong with it. But yeah, it's, the manual's there, the disc is there, disc is in. If it's come from Eddie, it's going to be absolutely fantastic condition. Yeah, some light scratching, but it's not going to stop it from playing. So that's really, really good. And yeah, I mean, it's just got no shots on the back, but I can just tell you there's some great games there. 1942, 1943, Bionic Commando, Final Fight, Forgotten Worlds, Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts, Gunsmoke, Mercs, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Lots of great stuff on there as well. So that was nice. I've been after that for quite some time. So thank you for Eddie for that. That was lovely. And it was just great to see everybody. So chaps, thank you very much indeed for your comment. I'm sorry I couldn't have been there all day. I'd have loved, if it had been a different week, I would have been able to get the out. I probably would have come for the afternoon, because I know you went off, cut to the place afterwards and went for some food and all sorts. But just one of those weeks at work where I just had not enough people around to cover me being off, which is a real shame. There's 2 or 3 senior people on holiday last week, so it was a bit difficult to get that done. But another time. But I think they're coming down again, maybe in about 5 or 6 weeks, hopefully. It'd be nice to hook up with the guys again there. So that was Thursday last week. Saturday, which was the 7th, I'd arranged to meet Daily Retro at Vintage Gamer, and again, hopefully there'll be a photograph here, sort of down the middle. And he's a good lady who came along as well. And I shouted Dale out a few weeks back now, and he's just gone past 100 subscribers. So if you haven't been along to have a look at this channel, I'll stick a little link in the description below, as well to all the other guys I mentioned, because they were obviously part of that. I've shown him in the video as well. But it was just great to meet Dale. He's a really passionate collector, knows an awful lot of stuff as well, and he collects everything in the world. Does everything, lots of different items. He's also I think he's preservationist as well. It's a very good way. So he will take the old systems and he will, modify them, service them. That's it, or clean them up, tidy them up, make sure they're all in working order. He's asked me what to look for on certain things, as if I know. But I know from Mrs. Best. I said, well, you need, on this system, you need to look something like that and pass on. So great to see him. He picked a few things up as well. He'll do a pickups video, I am sure, at some point. But yeah, just nice to meet him. He was there about an hour, I think it was, an hour and a bit. Picked the wrong day to go, because when the guys were there on Thursday, they were the only people in the shop, and they were just taking over. On the Saturday, they were having some electrical work done, so half the shop, or maybe about 2/3 of the shop floor, was taken up by giant, great big plastic boxes and all sorts of stuff. So it wasn't quite the usual experience when you go in there. But I did pick some stuff up, because I haven't picked this stuff up for ages. So I thought, well, I better pick some stuff up while I'm here. I'll start with the oldest stuff first if I can. I'm going to try and put this somewhere so it doesn't all fall on the floor, or I have to keep bending down, because at my age, when you start bending down, there's no guarantee you're going to get back up again. Right, what have we got? Okay, so Commodore 64 first of all. Yeah, Commodore 64, I've bought Commodore 64 games for ages. Apart from some demo stuff ages ago, I've been buying Spectrum a lot this year. I bought more Amstrad games this year than I bought Commodore 64. But I've got a lot of Commodore 64 games already. These are the ones that are going to give me a headache when I get to sorting stuff out of the room. Anyway, I found at the back of the shop copy of California Games. I can't remember if I've got this on the re-release, Kicks re-release or something else, but it's going to be a very, very good version on the Commodore 64. I think I've actually played it on the 64. I've played it on the ones, but there's a little bit of a Brucey bonus inside it, because obviously you get the tape in there. So California Games in there, but there's also a copy of Roadrunner, which is gradually becoming my game of 2021, because early on this year, I mentioned that I've been after a copy of it for ages, or I couldn't get one, and Retro Ed very kindly sent me one. Then about a week after he sent me his, I picked up a bundle of Spectrum games, and it was in there. And I think since then I've been either picked it up or been offered it once more. I put it on the background on the Atari 2600 running. So, but yeah, so a bit of a bonus now, and I'm not sure what they charged me for that. I can't remember. They didn't tell me they charged me for it. But I didn't know it was in there until I got home. So that was a bit of a Brucey bonus. So yeah, so Roadrunner and California games. So we move fast forward slightly more onto the Amiga. Yes, Amiga. Amiga's been appearing quite a lot this year as well. A couple of loose discs I found at the back of the shop again. He got some box stuff, but he got loose discs, and I thought, well, I'll have a quick look through there, and I thought, oh, they look quite good. I haven't got those, so I picked these up, and I did show these to Eddie the other night because we were doing having a chat about something, and I showed him. He said, "Oh, you've got disc 2, haven't you?" I said, "Yes, I've got disc 2, so I'll do it like this." And this is Zool. Now, I have been slagging Zool off of late because people talk about it as if it was a tremendously exciting and brilliant game. And I'm not denying that, but to me it's not. So I thought, well, I'll get this and try it again. So I can't remember if I got it or not. Probably got it on backup, but I haven't got it on the original discs. So I bought that. That's Zool. I was also interested in discussion in the shop. Apparently they're remaking or remastering it or something. I used to hate Zool because I looked at it and I thought, when it came out, people saying, "Oh yes, this is the game on the Amiga to rival Sonic for speed and whatever," and I just found it a slippery, uncontrollable mess. And I thought, if this is the best the Amiga can do compared to Sonic, then it's not going to be going very much longer, did it? So that was it. And then also found the back as well, and I found this was in the an Ocean Baggie. You know what I'm talking about. So there's the Ocean Baggie, lovely. And this is actually a copy of Bart versus the Space Mutants, which I haven't got on the Amiga. I've got it on another system, but I haven't got it on this one. Apparently, one of Nick's favourite games, this at Vintage Gamer. That's what he said to me anyway. And he did tell Sean to give it to me for free, but I don't think he did. He might have done, I don't know. But yeah, but both discs are in there as well, but that's nice. So yeah, at least I've got a bag to keep those within. That's quite nice. So I got those as well. So some Amiga stuff there. I don't think I've picked that. I don't think either of those. Zool might have been on the backups, but it's nice to have the original copy. Right, so let's fast forward then now to I can't remember what I bought here. What have I got here? One. Okay, I got 3 book. Yeah, PlayStation 1. Now I went in with the intention, because I'm doing a bit of a nostalgia kick at the moment on other things, which will be leading into some different videos I'll keep talking about that aren't actually filmed yet. I might film them this week, so I've got, to be honest with you, this was the first empty week I've had for a few weeks. I'm only doing a live stream tomorrow night, or tonight. I'm doing a live stream on Tuesday, so once I've got that sorted out, I'm not doing it. I'll go record the podcast this week, but I haven't got such a busy week this week. Doesn't seem like a busy week this week. Could be talking bollocks, but well, I can't remember what I was talking about there. Yes, nostalgia kick. Got on my own tangent. Oh god. Yes, so I've been a bit on nostalgia kick on certain things, and I wanted to go to Vintage Gamer with the intention of buying games based around this particular nostalgia thing, but I couldn't find much of it, so I abandoned that halfway through and just started picking random stuff up. So I first picked, again, I haven't seen this game, although I am reliably informed that it's not quite as unusual as I make it believe. And the reason I say that is because I think they've got about 3 copies in there. But I've never seen this game before, so I was quite intrigued to pick it up. And I do like a bit of the old rubbish PlayStation games. So I picked up a copy of Superstar Dance Club #1 Hits, which I was immediately questioned over when I bought it by somebody at Vintage Gamer, who then commented in the next sentence, actually, I've played it and it's quite entertaining. So in a way, that's better. I think you should justify purchase. So there, you've got about 3 copies of it. So there it is there. I don't even know who's made this game. It doesn't even say. Oh, XS Games. Anyway, so it's. I'm not even sure you need a dance mat for it, or is it dance mat compatible? It says something. Motion. Oh, vibration control, 1 player. I don't know if it said thing, but it looks like some sort of dance rhythm game anyway. Yeah, just a bit of fun. I like those sort of games. So I'll pick that up. Then I picked this up, which I'd already had years and years ago when I first had a PlayStation. And this is, you'll have to excuse the sticker. 6 copies of this, and this was the best one they had. This is the Dukes of Hazzard Racing for Home. It's a massive Dukes of Hazzard. God, this is terrible, isn't it? I should start this again, but I'm not going to. I was going to say because all the good stuff won't get in there. What good stuff? Goodness me. The Dukes of Hazzard. I was a massive fan of the Dukes of Hazzard when I was a kid. It was a big show when I was younger, and so when this game came out for some reason, like 15 years after the series had finished, I bought it straight away and it was rubbish. And there was a second game called Daisy Dukes It Out, also on the PlayStation 1, which is also rubbish. And then they did bring out another one on the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox. I don't think it made it the GameCube though, and that was Race for the General Lee or something like that. I can't see it. The Dukes of Hazzard Return of the General Lee, which is not bad. I'm saying it's not bad. Well, a lot of these games have got the original voice actors in it. There's the inside, so the manual's all in there. It is the English disc because apparently the French one's quite popular in these. Did Al pick one up? I think I must have picked it up anyway. The problem is this: you probably can just see there on the side where the faces are, the characters. You probably can't see it very well. What this game used was the same game engine they used for designing the characters on the Planet of the Apes PS1 game. So a lot of these people look seriously, hideously deformed, and very, very unlike their television counterparts. Uncle Jesse looks pretty good, Roscoe Coltrane looks good, Enos looks good, but Cooter, I suppose, is all right. But a lot of the other characters are looking a bit on the, not quite sure what's gone on there. They've been attacked by an iron or something. Not great, but I will say this, the best thing about this game is the beginning, because it tries to replicate the opening sequence of the TV programme using the original soundtrack done by Waylon Jennings, the good old boys. And it even starts off with a guy playing the guitar. Most people, some of you may know what I'm talking about, most of you won't. And after that it's all downhill, sadly. But it does a great job of trying to replicate the opening sequence of the TV programme. So many other games I bought about TV shows and cartoons just cannot get that right. Yes, everybody looks like they've had some sort of serious accident, but, and it's not quite 100% accurate, but it's about as damn close as anybody's ever got to doing it. And it'll say there, it says featuring the voice of Waylon Jennings, and Waylon Jennings wasn't the narrator in the TV series, so he's got involved. I know a few of the cast are on that as well, which is good, so anyway. And finally, this one I picked up as well. I've had to replace the case on this one because it was cracked and not very nice. And again, I was a big fan of this cartoon when I was growing up, teenager. And I'm surprised we haven't had a revival of this one yet. I know we've had the Animaniacs revival, but we haven't had a Tiny Toon Adventures revival yet. And this is Toonenstein Dare to Scare, which I had heard of, but I never played. And I did break my own rule on this one at the moment, because it's without manual, but I thought I haven't seen this one before, so I thought I shall pick this up without any hesitation. But it's got all the vocals from the TV series in it as well, so I was trying to get a copy of Buster Bust Loose on the Mega Drive, and again all the copies they got in there apart from one hadn't got a manual, and the one that had got a manual had half a manual. And I know that game's somewhere between sort of 15, 20 quid. I didn't want to spend that much on it with a manual missing for it. But this one's a little bit cheaper. But I never played this one. I had played Buster's Bust Loose before, but this is no, it's Buster's Treasure Hunt. Yes, I got Buster's Bust Loose. Got it. I apologise for terrible information in this video. I shall have a word with the management after this. I think it's just a long day. I'm just trying to get this video out, and I daren't start it again. I'm too far in. Anyway, yes, Buster's Treasure Hunt. Every copy they got, no money. So I thought I'll buy this and stick that in my collection and see if it's any good. So that's that one instead. And then finally, 2 PlayStation 2 games. Yeah, I don't even buy PlayStation 2 games. This one I actually did go with the intention of finding. I went to try and find a copy of Blur on PlayStation 3. Again, no. I've been to 2 or 3 different shops now and I can't find it anywhere. But I did go and I was saying, oh, I hope they've got this because I'd really like this one. And this is Dastardly and Muttley Wacky Races. Again, going back to my childhood. Nice and complete on the inside. However, and there's always a however to this at the moment, I had a Wacky Races PlayStation 1 game when it first came out, and it wasn't very good because you only had 6 cars on track at the same time. and it was very, it was trying to be sort of Mario Kart, combat kart type game, and it just wasn't great. Then this came out, and this again is another example. Infogrames have paid obviously for this license. They've not licensed the original theme tune. They appear to have licensed the opening sequence slightly to a certain point. And it's a bit of a mess, really. It's like a Mario Kart clone. You've only got 8 cars on track once. Again, there's anyone who has wacky races, there were 10 cars altogether. Was it 11? 10 or 11, I can't remember. And looks like 2 of the characters are unlocked. You can't play them straight away, you have to play the other characters. There's the back of it, it's going to show that. There are some vocals in there, and there are some of the original sound effects, but they just didn't pay for the original theme tune. Why not? If you're after a Wacky Races game, if you seriously want to buy a Wacky Races game, buy the Wii one, Crash and Burn, because that's about as close to Wacky Races as you'll get. They tried it on the 8 and 16 bits ages ago, which was on Vision's channel a while back. That didn't work. The PlayStation 1 didn't work. This one, I'm not sure if it's the same as the Dreamcast, the version on the Dreamcast, so I'm not sure if it's this one or not. But Crash and Burn on the Wii is definitely the one to get if you're a big fan of Wacky Races. But that is disappointing. Really disappointing. And then finally, the last game I got, I can't remember what it was now. Oh, yes. I picked this up because I'd never heard of it. I thought it sounded quite good. And then Eddie again reliably informed me, oh, you know Guitar Hero? Yeah. Well, they said this is the game that started the craze for Guitar Hero. This is what led them to do Guitar Hero. So this is Frequency on PlayStation 2. Again, looks like an early release. It's got the old ESRA label on it. That might be for the European Space Agency. ELSPA, not ELSPA. So complete on the inside as well. I'll just read the back off to you. It says, enter the world of frequency and let your senses take control. Feel the pounding of drum beats in your head and release yourself through the rhythm. Before you know it, you're addicted to the bass and there's no enjoying going back. Experiment, experience and enjoy. 8 out of 10 from Edge magazine, featuring tracks from Orbital, Paul Oakenfold, No Doubt, Ronnie Size, Jungle Brothers, Punkstar Deluxe, Fear Factory and DJ Qbert. Wow. I told you Qbert was making a comeback. Well, it's by Harmonix, so as you can see there, if you can get close enough to the screen without me blurring it, there is some sort of Guitar Hero rock band type influences there. So having never played that sort of game before, no, it's that sort of game, no, having not played that game before, I picked it up. So yeah, that's what I managed to pick up. And this is not an awful lot, but do you know what? It's probably about one of the most structured shopping trips to a game shop I've made for ages, because I've actually gone in there with the intention of picking up a couple of games and focusing and actually looking through everything to try and find what I wanted, if that makes any sort of sense at all. Which is why I've come back with Wacky Races and Toonenstein and the Dukes of Hazzard. So I was trying to find games based on cartoons and TV shows. That's what I was trying to do, which I hadn't got. So to get the Simpsons game, a Wacky Races game, Dukes, I've got 4 out of the 8 games I picked up. I've managed to achieve that, which is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the 8 games, 4 out of the 8 games I managed to do that. But I wanted the whole lot. I just wanted to buy weird stuff, but I realised I got quite a lot of those games already. All they were for systems I didn't really want to pick stuff up for. So there we go. Yeah, so that's it. Wow, that was really terrible. Sorry about that. It's been ages since I've done one of these, but that was really terrible. Please feel free to leave me a comment if you wish to in the section below. So I can't even do that properly, can I? Anyway, I should get my practice back in, so I'm doing some other stuff hopefully this week anyway. So you'll see some different things. If you have enjoyed that, you've obviously got very low standards. Don't forget to leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tick the bell for further notifications when other videos go up. Hopefully better than this one. And yes, like I said, there will be another community video coming along before the bank holiday, certainly anyway. I haven't had time to go through find some new channels, but I have found some, but there are some more I'd like to try and get on there as well. If anybody's got any suggestions, let me know in the comments below. It's always nice. I know Feed Me Chicken passed on one to me the week before last, I think it was, and thought it'd be a nice idea to have a look at the channel and see if I felt it we could shout that in the next one, so I will be doing that. But yeah, if anybody that you know of that I haven't shouted out before, I'm not aware of, do let me know. It's always nice, and I can check them out and hopefully give them some shout out, a regal shout out in the next community video. Yeah, so that's about it really. I'm going to go and try and edit this to make it look as coherent, which will probably be impossible. We shall see. Thanks very much indeed for watching. This is the Retro Bear checking out. Do take care. Bye for now.